So recently on our show, Idle Talk, we spoke about how Nissan, after 13 years of European production, they are shutting down the GTR. I was quite saddened by this, because I can remember being at the MP8 show in Elscourt in 2009 and seeing the GTR for the first time and thinking, this is fantastic. It's a Ferrari killer with a Nissan price tag. So we here at Total Revs thought, why not give it the respect and celebration it deserves and send it off with a bit of style. Let's get one thing straight. This is a quick car, even before the upgrades. We'll get into those later. So this was the first GTR to ditch that Skyline name, a much loved name. But we can definitely tell it's from the Skyline heritage, because this is called the R35, and the last Skyline was the R34. So what's truly amazing is that the GTR has been continually improved throughout its life, almost on a yearly basis, doing things like performance upgrades, equipment upgrades. So let's put this into context. When this first came out in 2009, it had a V6 twin turbo, punching out 473 brake horsepower, 432 pound-foot of torque, 0 to 62, 3.6 seconds, taking you on to 193 top end, and all for £60,000. That ain't cheap for what is a Ferrari killer. So, fast forward to 2022. We still have the V6 twin turbo, but those turbos have been upgraded to pretty much get rid of all the turbo lag. 592 brake horsepower, 481 pound-foot of torque, 0 to 62 in 3 seconds, shaving 0.6 of a second on the original, 200 mph top end, but in 2022, it came in at 180,000 pounds. Not so Nissan anymore. So as I said before, here's a list of the GTR's modifications. So it's been mapped to stage 4.25. It's got 670 brake horsepower and 620 pound-feet of torque. It's got upgraded intakes and filters, brand new anti-roll bars front and rear, and brand new suspension systems. Dump valves on the turbos and 1100cc injectors. So, pretty standard then. So one of the great things in this car is actually the infotainment system. One, because, well, it was co-produced by the guys that made the graphics for Gran Turismo, so that's something to be said. And secondly, you know, yeah, you got your music stuff and all this lot, but what makes it really good is you've got these dials that give you all the information about the car, and you can cycle through. So, you know, you've got coolant temp, engine temp, you've got your boost meter. You can look at how much boost you're gonna get. It is fantastic. And you know what? It's such a play toy. Do we need it? No. Do I want it? Hell yes. So you've got these switches here that do things like stiffen up the suspension, your throttle response, making this truly a racing GTR. And I tell you what, it gives you the beats! Woo! Yeah, you got a little bit oversteer on the corners, but my God, on a straight, As the GTR got older, it got a tad tame, becoming easier to live with, easier to drive. It was no longer that ring-devouring beast it once was. The original broke the lap record at the Nürburgring. It's got nitrogen-filled tyres. Every engine is custom-made, making it super hard to get accurate specs. This car was a game-changer, a mark-setting beast. It is quite simply one of the best cars to have ever been made. This car would always live on. And if these mods are anything to go by, then it means that the Japanese modifying scene is still going strong. And this car is the Godzilla of that scene. Geez, this is the Nissan GTR. I'm so sorry, I couldn't resist. I was putting it to you, to his bang the nose. Sorry, I had to do it.
Do you move your mouth and I'll just read this? Ready? The original broke the lap record for the Nürburgring. Nitrogen-filled tyres in every engine was custom made, making it super hard to get accurate specs. It was a game changer and a mark setter, and it was quite simply one of the best cars to have ever been built.
And then the brakes pull your face off. Because hey, you need to stop. And then you go on a big bridge and it is noisy. Jesus, mother of God. Jesus, mother of God. Now that gets you hard.